Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Concerned Citizens Media. Thank you for joining me today. I know you guys are busy this week due to Twitter campaign, due to the protesting all over the globe, Germany, United States, Australia. You are working hard to stand with Oromo protesters, to support them, to stand with them on a hunger strike, to raise awareness about the issue, the urgency needed to save their lives. So you are doing good. You should continue the resistance, the sign of resistance. Keep doing it. It is interesting. It's really encouraging to see all these Oromos from different background, different religious communities, Orthodox, Muslim, Protestants. It's encouraging. Even the cooperation you showed up at Washington D.C. with the Tigrayan community. So these are encouraging. It should continue until that country is free from atrocities and dictatorships. So I know you're gonna continue. I know there's another one is coming next week, and German. So they coming together from different states to show solidarity, to show resistance against Abiy Ahmed and the dictators, to end atrocities in Oromia. So keep busy, stay busy. That's good thing. That's what we want to see. I know it's missing back home because of the gun, because of the prosperity cadres everywhere. They don't allow them to come out and express freely what they feel. So it will come when the time is right. It will come. But for now, they shut down protests by force, by military force, by federal police, local militia. For the time being, it's gonna work, but it will not work in the long run. And so keep the fight going on, and let me share some news with you, and a couple of videos at the end of the reading material as usual. Thank you. Welcome back. Let's get started. February 28, 2021. So these are the news and the Concerned Citizens Media comments. 2 Oromo political prisoners dismissed their lawyers, citing their irrelevance in current Ethiopia's judiciary system. They are Michael Boron and Lemmi Benya. They said that in the injustice and in the broken order of law we are facing right now, our lawyers cannot effectively represent our cases. So having them as our lawyers is meaningless. The country is not respecting judges' orders, and Abiy Ahmed and his Attorney General office are manipulating the legal process from behind. Political interference in the justice system is uncontrollable, and the prisoners' legal rights are gravely damaged under Abiy Ahmed's leadership. these Oromo political prisoners said when the legal system is restored in the country, they will rehire their lawyers to represent them again. So they are disappointed on the ongoing injustice in the country, and they dismissed their lawyers because it doesn't have any meaning to have them, because Abiy is manipulating with a phone call and with the Attorney General office. Is guiding them as he wants. So there is no justice, so there is no meaning to have a lawyer. That's why they dismissed their lawyer. At the meantime, the hunger strikes of Jawar Mohammed, Baqqala Garba, Hamza Borana and others continued for almost a month now. In the interview with Oromo Media Network, anchor Dejane Gutama, Bontu Baqqala, daughter of Baqqala Garba, described the horrors the family is going through due to these ongoing hunger strikes. The conditions of her father, Baqqala Garba, Jawar Mohammed, Hamza Borana, are deteriorating from day to day, and their lives are at very critical conditions. They cannot even get up from the floor and talk to their families and the lawyers for a minute. Bontu Baqqala also stressed that they are at the edge of death. She also said that there is no independent justice system in Ethiopia. Judges' decisions or orders are ignored by Abiy Ahmed and his Attorney General office. They are doing whatever they like to do. They are above the law in the country, and the justice for her father and all other Oromo political prisoners depend on the Oromo people and their willingness to stand up and fight for justice and freedom. She said that that is the only hope for the family, not the country's justice system. See, there is no. She is repeating the other political prisoners' claim. There is no justice in Ethiopia. No justice. Abiy and the Attorney General office are manipulating, spinning the system from behind. So there is no hope. She gave up on the hope. So what is she's expecting the Oromos to do? To continue the resistance until all these Oromo political prisoners are freed and Oromia become a free state. That's the only way you can stop atrocities. All the killing, the torture, the mass arrest, and all playing game with the justice system, you know. So Baqqala Garba, Hamza Burana, Jawar Mohammed, all these people did their part to bring this change, to bring Abiy to this position. Now he is waiting for their days, waiting to happen, you know. He's waiting to declare. So he will be, you know, he will enjoy his prosperity party winning the election. That is his dream. That is his dream. He's waiting. That's why he is refusing to allow the treatment for these people. Any moment their days, he will come out and maybe plant a new tree on the in Toto Mountain or somewhere, because he likes to do that to divert attention. You know, it's all about development. So he will do that, and he's waiting for that moment. That is the only reason he refused the medical treatment for these political prisoners. So all the family gave up in the justice system. There is no justice system, and even though Abiy is claiming for media propaganda, you know, he has nothing to do with it. No, he is working behind with his Attorney General You know, whenever the judge release them, they put them back. And when the judge order for medical treatment, they refuse because he is waiting for their days and to declare victory in the upcoming election, and then relax without any challenge, like Isaias Afewerki, his advisor. To make more pressure on the family, Abiy Ahmed arrested younger brother of Bakala Garba on February 25, 2021. According to Addis Standard, Johannes Garba is a government employee and a father of 4 children, and no reason is given for his arrest. So instead of releasing Bakala Garba, they are adding more family members to the prison system. That is, that is their agenda. If you follow Oromia Region's conference today, you will be shocked. And what these people are intended to do. These are representatives of Oromo coming from different districts. But what they, the cadres are telling them about eliminating OLF, about the challenge of eliminating OLF from Oromia region, they are comparing OLF with ocean and fish. So, you know which way they are going. You think these people are representing Oromos? When you hear that, talk, they are in another way. They are incriminating themselves. If there is a law in that country, they are talking about eliminating Oromos. They are coming for you if you sit down and wait. They are talking about eliminating you in order to eliminate OLF, because you cannot eliminate fish by catching each one. You can eliminate fish by draining the whole water. That's what they're talking about in the conference. So Oromos, get up. It's a big challenge is coming up. These don't have Oromo blood. If they have Oromo blood, they don't talk like this. Eliminating the whole Oromos in that region. There's a lot of crazy stuff. That's why they're just putting people in jail. They're just, killing people, putting on the tree, throwing in the forest, hanging them. That's why you see they don't have Oromo blood. They don't have Oromo blood. They are talking to eliminate you. So you need to keep the movement, continue. Don't give up, don't tire. It will not over within a day or within a week, maybe within a year. Will not over. These people, they don't give up with just a little bit pressure. You have to keep the pressure on. You're doing good, you have to keep. And the people back home, they have to find a way to protest peacefully. I know there is a gun, but try your best. Don't sit and die. You hear what they're talking about in the conference. Okay. Massive rallies held in support of #Starving for Justice movement and against Abiy Ahmed's administration. The Oromo Americans from all over the United States joined in Washington, D.C. and rallied to support #Starving for Justice, #Oromo Protest, and #Free All Oromo Political Prisoners. Yeah. Marchers dressed up with yellow prison cells uniforms to show their solidarity with Oromo political prisoners such as Johar Mohammed, Baqqala Garba, Hamza Borana, Abdi Ragasa, and others. These grand rally marchers stopped by the State's Department and delivered a letter explaining the reasons for their rallies, and they urged the United States to intervene and save the lives of Oromo political prisoners who are on hunger strikes for more than almost 30 days. They were also chanting slogans such as, "The people are dying, the government is lying." This is a new one. I never heard before. The people are dying, the government is lying. Yes. Abiy Ahmed is a killer. Abiy Ahmed is a dictator. Abiy Ahmed is a liar. Abiy Ahmed must go now. USA, stop supporting the killers in Ethiopia. Justice for Hachalu Hundessa. Justice for Maseret Daba. No election without representation. No justice in Oromia, no peace in Ethiopia. We demand justice now, and other slogans were expressed at the rallies. Religious leaders from different denominations also conducted prayers in front of the State Department for the safety of the prisoners. They prayed for the well-being of the nation and for the removal of evil dictators from that country. In a similar way, Oromo Australians gathered in Melbourne, Australia to denounce Abiy Ahmed's administration and to support the Oromo political prisoners. The Oromo Australians also joined the hunger strikes for 3 days to draw attention to the Oromo political prisoners' cases to Australians and to the global communities, and called for urgent global intervention to save these prisoners' lives. So the demonstration continue, as I said, in Washington DC, Australia, and Germany. So some is missing in Canada. I didn't hear, maybe I missed it. I didn't hear Canada. They are active, but this round I didn't hear anything about Canada. UK is missing, and it's missing in Middle East, Africa. They were active during TPL, but this time it's missing. So you need to get up everywhere and demonstrate in front of embassies, United Nations, State Department, IMF. Keep doing it until that country is free, until the killing, the torture, the rape stop. So don't sit and wait. And more danger is coming, as you see, as I told you. Amnesty International released extremely incriminating report on Eritrean soldiers' criminal conduct in Axusum, Tigray war. The report describes killing of hundreds and thousands of unarmed civilians by Eritrean soldiers after the TPLF fighters already left the city. The report also mentioned that Eritrean soldiers going door to door and searching for teenagers and adults and killing them. The Amnesty International report also mentioned arbitrary detention of hundreds and looting and destruction of residents' properties by Eritrean soldiers. These are not the law and order operations as Abiy Ahmed and his supporters try to reveal it by this. So it's not law and order operation as they claim. This is a very, very heavy military operation. These operations mount to war crimes, genocide, crimes against humanity. It is not a law and order operation. No. It is already known now. It is a war crime, it's a crime against humanity, and genocide or targeted ethnic cleansing. Amnesty called for independent investigation and accountability for these criminal conducts or Axusum massacre at International Criminal Court. So Amnesty is asking for independent investigation plus for accountability at the International Criminal Court for the crimes committed in Axum and other areas. Ethiopia blamed TPLF fighters for this report. Yes, that's what they do. We don't expect them, to say, yes, it happened, we are responsible. We don't expect them. The international community must not expect the truth about Axum and other massacres conducted in other areas from Abiy Ahmed soldiers or from Eritrean soldiers. The major international media's reports are also pointing directly to these criminals. So it is time to talk about collective and effective penalties against operators of these crimes. We have to talk about penalties, collective and effective penalty for Isaias Afwerki and Abiy Ahmed and all these generals and their supporters. So economic, diplomatic and other embargoes must be considered against Abiy Ahmed and his supporters and against the dictator in Eritrea to prevent further similar massacres in Ethiopia. Action, 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 and action. Abiy Ahmed and Isaias Afwerki do not care about your diplomatic threats or warning. They are waiting for your action. We heard that the global community expressing concerns, raising the alarm, which is good, but these people, they don't budge for that. We need action and action and action. Diplomatic, economic embargo, political embargo, plus other sanctions must be, imposed if you want to change the situation in that country. Unless that is happened, these criminals, these dictators will not change their behaviors. Atrocities will continue. So we need to start talking about the actions. The evidence is clear. War crimes, genocides, crime against humanity happen in Tigray war and in other areas, in Oromia region, Benishangul region, So we have to start the pressure to make these people accountable. Ethiopia signed a deal with Ukraine to buy 200 tanks at a cost of $100 million. Ethiopia is not buying eggs from Ukraine to feed its citizens. Rather, she is buying tanks to commit additional genocide, war crimes, and crimes against humanity in Ethiopia. Some media are reporting, Ethiopia is buying eggs from Ukraine. No, that is not true. They are buying tanks to kill your people, to commit war crimes, to commit crimes against humanity. So that's what they're doing. They are not buying eggs to feed you. According to Reuters, Ethiopia is spending $100 million of taxpayers' money to buy Soviet-designed T-72 200 tanks from Ukraine to kill its own citizens. Ethiopians in Ukraine and around the globe must express their opposition to this deal. Abiy Ahmed is a criminal, and he has already spilled too much blood in Ethiopia and already sued at International Criminal Court twice for war crimes, genocide, and for crimes against humanity. So Ukraine must stop participating in the war crimes in Ethiopia by selling these killing machines to these criminals. Ethiopians need eggs, not tanks. Ethiopians need eggs, not tanks. So this is a very serious development, and we have to oppose it in whatever way we can. Demonstrating in front of Ukraine embassy in Washington D.C. or wherever in Europe or Ethiopians living in, I don't know how many Ethiopians live in Ukraine, but we have to oppose this deal. If they are successful, this machine will kill more people again. Genocide will happen. Facebook ban all accounts and ads linked to Myanmar military regime. Move made to prevent incitement of violence following coup, Facebook says. It says in a statement that it was treating the post-coup situation in Myanmar as an emergency, explaining that the ban was precipitated by events since the coup, including deadly violence. Facebook already has banned several military-linked accounts since the coup, including army-controlled Myawaddy TV and state television broadcaster MRTV. The bans are also applied on Instagram, which is also owned by Facebook. We need such measures. We need such similar measures on Ethiopia and Eritrea dictators. These individuals and their supporters hijacked their own citizens' freedom and aspiration and already caused unimaginable damage in their respective countries. And recently, the war crimes and the grave human rights violations in Tigray region, Oromia region, and the Benishangul Gumuz region. Abiy Ahmed and his Prosperity Party members are also using Facebook and other social media to spread false information about what is going on in the country. So Facebook, please, we need your help in Ethiopia and Eritrea. Stevie Wonder is moving to Ghana, citing the political turmoil, racism, and disrespect in the United States. Oprah Winfrey asked him on her show if he is leaving the United States to Ghana permanently. Stevie Wonder said, "I am. I don't want to see my children have to say, oh, please like me, please respect me, please know I am unimportant, please value me." What is that? He said, Stevie Wonder. This is not the first time he has said he was considering moving to Ghana. In 1994, he said he felt there was more of a sense of community than in the United States. Talking about Ghana. Stevie Wonder, a Michigan native, learned to play piano, drums, and harmonica by age 9 and signed to Motowin in 1961. Since then, he has won 25 Grammy Awards, an honorary award, and has been nominated 74 times Just like last time, Stevie Wonder didn't reveal when he might be leaving the United States forever. He didn't say when. Concerned citizens media comment. It is disappointing. It is a disappointing announcement to hear from this very famous artist. Considering leaving your country of origin is not an easy thing to do. Steve Wonder should know that Africa is also full of several challenges. Speaking your mind and a political affiliation can lead you to jail. So he has to know this. Internal turmoil and the low level of living standards are also some of the additional obstacles waiting for Stevie Wonder. Concerned Citizens Media is advising Stevie Wonder to recalculate his decision and do whatever he can to make a better condition for himself and for future generation. So that is the comment from Concerned Citizens Media on Stevie Wonder decision, even though there is no time limit when he might be leaving. It is a disappointing decision. He has to recalculate and fight here to make change for himself and for grandkids, not by running away. So that's his advice, because Africa has so many challenges. So he has to be careful. President Joe Biden signed another executive order to eliminate former President Donald Trump's ban on green card, which is good. Trump banned green card, so Biden is opening it now. In signing the executive order, President Biden said that the ban didn't advance the interests of the United States. To the contrary, he said, to his predecessor's immigration ban, it harms the United States, including by preventing certain family members as a United States citizens and a lawful permanent resident from joining their families here. Yes, he is right. So banning the green card process and allowing people to join, that was banned under Trump. So Biden is doing a lot of good things, really, a lot of good things. See, so he is allowing us now to bring families, to have family visit. It also harms industries in the United States that utilize talent from around the world. Also, he said, also it is also bad for companies, industries, to hire talent from all over the world. So he removed that ban. So it is okay for the next 4 years. We don't know what's gonna happen after that, but so you guys can bring family for visit, sponsor somebody, get married, bring your fiance, whatever you want to do is open for the next 4 years. Do it before too late. Okay, the last one for reading. United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken tweeted yesterday the following concerning Ethiopia. The United States is gravely concerned by reports of atrocities in Ethiopia's Tigray region. We strongly condemn the killings, forced removals, sexual violence, and other violations of human rights. The international community must work together to prevent further atrocities. So that is the Secretary of State, United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken tweeted yesterday concerning the Amnesty International report on Axusum war crimes or massacres. It's good. Strongly condemning is good. I know it's a diplomatic statement, but this will not change the behavior of Abiy Ahmed or Isaias Afwerki. As I said, they need to see the action, all kind of action, coordinated action, globally coordinated action. Yes, holding the aid is one of the action. So more is expected. If you don't bring more, these people, these dictators, they don't budge. So action and action and action. Condemnation is good. Expressing your grave concern is good. Warning is good. But you need to go to the action. The evidence is right there. Don't expect the evidence to come from Ethiopia. The evidence is right there. A mounting evidence. War crimes, genocide, crimes against humanity. Recently in Tigray region. Before that in Oromo region for more than 2 years. Benishangul Gumuz and the Walaita area too. So we need action and the resistance of Oromos to continue. Now that's the reading part. Thank you for taking the time with the reading part. Let's share some videos, then we'll conclude today's presentation. So the first one is I'm gonna share a video. The message, expressed by Dr. The Australian guy. MC Dr. Tsaggai Ararsa, message from Melbourne, Australia. This is for the global community, for Australian government, and for the international community. He spoke for a few minutes in English, but he spoke before that in Afan Oromo, in Amharic. So yes, it's a good communication. We need to let them know, because the people we live with, they don't understand Amharic, they don't understand Oromo. So you can use your own language for your own residents, for the people who understand it. Still you have to speak the language of that country. If you live in Germany, speak in Germany, please. If you live in Italy, the same. If you live in Russia, do it in Russia, to express the pain you are feeling, the atrocities happening back home. So Dr. Tsaggai Ararsa is, speaking in English. Let's listen to him. What happened?
Qabsoon akka dhaabbatu gochuuf nuti akka qabsaa'ota uummata Oromootitti nuti qabsoo hidhamneef.
Not that one. Come on, man.
jajaan godhuudhaan qabsoon akka dhaabbatu gochuuf nuti ፍትህ ነጻነትና እኩልነት ነው የሀገር ባለቤትነት ነው የኦሮሞ ጥያቄ ይመለስ qabsoo dhiisuu hin dandeenyu qabsoon kun akka oromoon fugamuudhaaf baalamutti lamachuudhaaf amma qabsoo kun karaa ፖለቲካ ፓርቲዎቻችን
apologize for the mess that
ከህዝባችን በነጻነት qabsoon jalqabne hanga injifannoo እንዲኖር akka hanga uummanni keenya wal yaamaayidesummaadhaan biyya san keessatti jiraatu hanga gaaffii abbaa biyyummaa isaa gonfatuuf እንቀጥላለን waan ትግላችን በዚህ አያበቃም
American mix it up
we will continue to stand for justice alongside our political leaders.
Wow. This is crazy. That was not my intention. Come on, man. Apologize again.
ፍትሃዊነትን የሚቃወም መንገድ እንቃወማለን ኡመን ኬኛ አመጋ ፈከደራ ማጅራን ኡመተ ቢያ አላከነት ቢየ ፈረንጂ ከነት ኢብሱ
ሰጎና ላይፍ ዱበን ደቢናንስ ሚንጋ ሜዱ መረጥ ጋ ዋንደተ ኦሮሞ ወሊገላት ወንተ ተጣምቱማ
Okay, there's a challenge on video because I shared from somebody's Facebook.
Well, I think it should be.
Here we go. Come on, man.
Yes, I need to say a few words in English.
There you go.
For those people who don't understand Afan Oromo and Afan Amharic, one of the reasons we are here today is because we wanted to express our voice and we wanted to stand in solidarity with Oromo political prisoners who are starving for justice in Ethiopian prisons today. And the motto of this campaign is starving for justice. The motto of the campaign of the political prisoners in Ethiopia is starving for justice. As we all know, political leaders such as Jawar Mohammed, Bakala Garba, and the top leaders of Oromo Federalist Congress and Oromo Liberation Front are at the moment on a hunger strike for the 26th, 27th day. And it's not just that, because of the hunger strike, their health situation is deteriorating. And from the 15th day, from the 13th day on, the Oromo medical professionals, as well as the leaders, have been seeking medical attention for these people. Unfortunately, the government did not allow it. And when it did allow it, they wanted them to be treated in the military hospital in Ethiopia. This was against their will because this is the government which has tried assassination on these leaders before, and they did not trust the government and they did not trust the government institutions. As a result, they sought a private treatment in a private hospital, and the courts have allowed them to do so. But in defiance of the court order, in violation of that, the government has actually taken the prisoners to a government hospital, where Bakala Garba, for example, refused to be attended to. And at this point in time, they are very weak. They are completely dehydrated. They are obviously hungry. They are even too weak to take food. They are denied all sorts of medical treatment, and as a result, their life is on the line. And now, because they have put their lives on the line, even in prison, they are making a political statement. It's not begging for freedom from the government. They are not trying to...
Okay, let's cut it off, but that's a message for the global community about the protests. You know, what is happening and what are the message we try to convey for the global community. So as I said, it's good to speak in the language of the area you live in. If you live in Germany, speak in Germany to share your, your point, to express your point. So he is trying to explain to Australians and to global community what is happening in Ethiopia, why we are out here protesting, what we protesting about. He did good. He did in all language. He did in Amharic. He did in Afan Oromo, which is good. So let's see the other videos. Let me adjust. Let's see. Okay, let me see. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. There we go, there we go. Okay, let's see. It's coming up the video now.
So someone recently asked me, they said, hey Greg, I'm thinking about joining your bodyweight program, but why would I invest in this program? There's so many free...
I know the Chinese are, I don't understand them, but I know they don't like the blacks.
I warn you, some of the image is disturbing, so don't watch with the kids. Okay, this is
almost every day for the last
an attack on Asians. Look how he's throwing.
Was on her way home after work yesterday afternoon when she says 4 people attacked her. She says she was pistol whipped and that the suspect stole her keys and took off with her car.
Business is down. Obviously, the violence and the uncertainty of what's going on in the community is going to scare people away from coming down to Chinatown. I feel that the uncertainty is creating a bit of chaos, but we're getting organized to, obviously with this group right here, we're all volunteers, we're all business owners here, and we're here to help and protect the community.
Today, the newly appointed liaison officer began working in Oakland's Chinatown.
And new at 5, a store owner in Oakland's Chinatown used his own gun to stop the latest in a string of violent attacks.
Considering the fear that has gripped Chinatown in the last few weeks, it's probably not surprising that someone was going to take protecting the community into their own hands.
See how he's throwing?
They're targeting to the Asian American community.
It is not just a black and Asian issue. It is something in the psyche of this country where somehow it's okay to abuse, physically or verbally abuse Asian American.
It always happens, but it just seems like, it seems like it's publicized more during the Chinese New Year.
So that's as I think a hate crime against Asians. I reported
Early on Thursday, about 1,000 marchers took to the streets of Yangon, voicing their support for
that's
the junta
Myanmar.
and its takeover
Still
of
continue.
Myanmar's democratically elected leadership. They were flying the flag of the Tatmadaw, the official name here for the military. They were met by some protesting against the coup. Later photos appeared to show military supporters with knives and other weapons. Witnesses said they threatened journalists, then came reports of scuffles. An attack by supporters of Myanmar's junta against
So please
anti-coup
don't
protesters
watch these
was caught
videos
on
with children.
CCTV. The video shows a man being assaulted by an armed group.
These are the
Despite
supporters
this,
of the
anti-coup
military
protesters gathered at the University
fighting
of Yangon said they will continue with their peaceful civil disobedience
others.
movement. Initially, police attempted to block them from leaving the campus, but they made their way out to join other protesters. A few days after the coup, Facebook limited content from Myanmar's military on its platforms, but now it's banned them altogether.
Today we have banned the remaining Myanmar military, also known as the Tatmadaw, and military-controlled state and media entities from Facebook and Instagram. We've also banned ads for military-linked commercial entities.
For years, Myanmar's military has waged a very sophisticated communications campaign, weaponizing various social media platforms and using them to incite and glorify violence. Some feel this move by Facebook needs to be part of an ongoing process.
As these accounts have been blocked and removed, as much as we might laud their removal, we also need to ensure that they are preserved and that Facebook makes them accountable for future criminal or human rights investigation.
While the military has used social media platforms as a tool for its agenda, it also recognizes how vulnerable it will be if they're taken away. Scott Heidler, Al Jazeera.
Welcome back to your workout. Let's jump right into some lunges. Left foot forward, right foot back. Take your hands to your hips and take a...
Well, let's get you more on this story. France 24's Ketivan Gorgeson is in Washington in front of the White House for us. Ketivan, it has to be said there have been rumours since the 2018 murder of Khashoggi about the Crown Prince's involvement. This intelligence report tells us that it's very likely he approved the killing.
Yes, this report that was released today is really pinpointing what a lot of people have been saying in Washington, which is that Mohammed bin Salman was involved in some way in that operation to kill Jamal Khashoggi. And so what the report says is that MBS was indeed involved in an operation, ordering that operation to capture or kill Jamal Khashoggi. And the reason that analysis, that intelligent analysis has come to that conclusion is for three main reasons. We base this assessment on the Crown Prince's control of the decision making in the kingdom, says that report, the direct involvement of a key advisor and members of MBS's protective detail in the operation, as well as the Crown Prince's support for using violent measures to silence dissidents abroad, including Jamal Khashoggi. Those were the elements, the main elements on which the U.S. intelligence based their reports. And besides the fact that they're pointing the finger at MBS, they're also pointing the finger at several other members, close members around MBS for their complicity in ordering, organizing, and carrying out that operation to kill Jamal Khashoggi. Right now, the question is, what will be the consequences? Yesterday, the White House press secretary said that several options would be on the table, but they were waiting for that report to be released. So we'll be looking at what Joe Biden decides to do as far as possible sanctions against either Saudi Arabia or maybe MBS himself. Congress also looking into possible sanctions. We'll have to wait in the next few weeks as this report comes out in public.
I mean, Ketavan, as you say, the White House has spoken about recalibrating the relationship between Washington and Riyadh. We know that on Thursday, Joe Biden spoke with the Saudi King Salman, refusing, in fact, to speak to MBS.
Yes, there is a sort of attempt by Joe Biden and this administration to really turn the page on the relationship between Donald Trump and the Saudis. Joe Biden said it throughout the campaign. He even used very tough words against Saudi Arabia, calling them pariahs, saying that they would be paying the price for their actions. And one of the key things that they wanted to start off with was this recalibration, at least on how Joe Biden engages with Saudi Arabia, and that started with that phone call with the King of Saudi Arabia. The administration saying that the president should talk to his counterpart, and that is the King of Saudi Arabia, not the Crown Prince. So that was the first step. But in the last few weeks, ever since Joe Biden took office, he has taken several steps to recalibrate that relationship. He has stopped the U.S. support for Saudi Arabia's military involvement in the war in Yemen. Joe Biden has also ordered the freezing of any other arms deals with the Saudis, and there is that recalibration of how he speaks to the Saudis. And the message is, yes, you are a key ally to the United States in the region, but we're no longer ready to let anything slide for that relationship. So if you do things that we don't agree with, we will call you out on it, and we will not shield you from any of the consequences. But as I said, the question will be now how the U.S. reacts to this report on the killing of Jamal Khashoggi, and how strong of a stance they take against the Saudis.
Ketavan in front of the White House for us, giving us the latest on that story. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Ember, and I've got to confess something. Last Friday...
I believe this one, the last one.
Viewers, Oromo Liberation Army, OLA, has released some pictures and issued a statement. In the pictures, OLA fighters can be seen in public. This is the first time in the past few months that OLA fighters have been seen in public, viewers. Otherwise, mostly they share pictures of their attacks on government forces, or they release pictures of their trainings, of their weapons. But this is the first time in the past few months that OLA fighters have been seen in public. Location of these pictures is still unclear, viewers. It looks like some rural area. Scores of teenage boys and girls can be seen with OLA fighters, viewers. And OLA fighters have issued a statement as well. They claim that OLA is in control of rural areas of Oromia region, and OLA is advancing from rural areas to urban areas of Oromia state. Oromo Liberation Army recruits teenage boys and girls for training, viewers. It was a claim made by OLA that OLA is advancing towards cities from rural areas. It's a bit exaggerated. Yes, they have control over some areas, but we cannot say that they are in a position to storm large cities of Oromia. I think for watching.
So it says this guy is interesting. His show is My View on News. He is following Ethiopia in a deeply. I don't know where he is from. It looks like from Pakistan or India, but he's following Ethiopia, Tigray war, Oromia region. So he's claiming Oromo Liberation Front joining with countryside, controlling countryside, and joining with local residents. It's possible. I didn't hear it from other medias, but we have to confirm this claim with other videos before also this the same guy claim OLF controlling Borobudur, being around the capital city around 60 kilometers. So it is not confirmed with other videos or other medias. So you have to also try to confirm this information with other medias. So that's all I have for today. It's a long video. You can watch which part you like. It's a long, informative. I just attempting to contribute a little bit to the Oromos resistance against this dictator in Ethiopia, those opportunists who hijacked the revolution, the Keros brought with their blood and with their power. They suffer in thousands to bring change, and these opportunists, including the Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, they cheated the Oromo, they cheated the Amaras, they cheated everybody, they cheated the global community by releasing prisoners and claiming widening the political atmosphere, embracing freedom, justice, but all is hijacked now. Everything is changed. So we have to fight back to remove them, to bring that feeling, the 2018 feeling again. You remember when the stadium was full and when the Washington DC hall was full, when people are coming out to see the Jesus, the Messiah from Ethiopia. All that is gone now. What you see is now opposition everywhere, denouncing him, asking for his removal, because he is evil now. He is evil. He is advised by a Arthurian dictator. You don't expect anything from the Arthurian dictator. He's evil. Back in his home. No opposition, no election, no term limit. That's why happening in Ethiopia is gonna happen after this election. I know Prosperity Party will declare victory, plus with Izema, maybe they will declare. Then the country will be in a mess, but they will declare victory. So please continue your resistance movement until the victory comes in that country, until you see the 2018 again, until the stadium is filled with happiness and joy, with a big celebration. Until you see that one, you don't have to stop the struggle. You don't have to stop the movement in all directions, in whatever ways you can. Financially, social campaigning, protesting as you are doing now. All possible ways. So you can use all the possible ways to see victory, to shorten this atrocities, to end the atrocities, to remove these criminals. As I said, they are planning for you, to kill you more, to destroy you, to eliminate you from that country. As I said, they're talking about cutting out the ocean in order to kill the fish. You know what they are talking about. You need to get up before too late. So thank you for watching. I will be back with other videos and reading materials. Be safe. So long, everyone.